Hey, beautiful people from all around the world. New day, new vlog. So, I'm walking the doggo again. This time a bit in different route. I thought I'd talk to you about a subject. Subject that's kind of been very interesting subject. Lucid dreaming. Kind of been exploring with this even more deeply since yesterday, because I decided to try out some galantamine. So for anybody who doesn't know what that is, it's basically a supplement, some kind of nootropic, actually also used as Alzheimer medication, and nootropic for memory and bettering your sleep. And apparently it's super helpful for inducing lucid dreams without having to do much of the proper lucid dreaming techniques to even get one. I've been trying lucid dreaming for, the first time I actively tried doing something in that direction was like early 2023, January 2023. Just gonna show you a bit. And yeah, I first had a few results. So I think I already had some kind of semi-lucid dreams, even when I was a child probably. But never anything really extremely crazy or mind-blowing. But I actually tried galantamine for the first time yesterday, and it was quite something. I started journaling again about a week ago, and every single day. So sorry, there was another doggo. So I started journaling again about a week ago, and I had a hard time at first. I couldn't recall almost any dreams. A week prior to that, there was just one night where I had a dream that I could kind of like recall a minute or so and think about it, but the other nights, almost nothing. Maybe I remember the first minute of waking up, just some vague details, then nothing. And since I started journaling again every day in the morning, I could recall a bit more and more. After 2 or 3 days, I was able to write like a sentence or two from the dream. And the night prior to taking galantamine, I actually was able to write 3 or 4 sentences, so like a whole paragraph. And I was doing my reality checks every day with the 5 fingers and blowing through your nose and stuff like that, pinching your nose. And yeah, so I was already, prior to the galantamine, like trying to build that up again and get into good habits. And it definitely helped. And this morning was pretty crazy. I had the most insane dream recall I've ever had. I think in, well, at least for years now, since I was a child probably. I wrote like full 3 or 4 paragraphs, at least like 10 or 12 sentences. I could remember 3 distinct dreams, because I woke up in the middle of the night to take the galantamine and to just wake myself up for 10 minutes, like 10-12 minutes before going back to bed, and I fell asleep again quite easily, which is how you're supposed to do it. And yeah, so I had insane dream recall, and I also had like partial lucidity in the dream. So I also already experienced that without galantamine, but like dreams where you're like half in control of your surroundings and what you're doing, but the other half seems to be like there's still this certain flow of unknown and uncontrollable factors. But yeah, I definitely had the impression that it wasn't a full-on lucid dream, but I had a lot of control and a lot of saying and what was going on in the dream and how the surroundings were changing, how I reacted to the events in the dream. So I'm looking forward to having an even lucider dream. But I'm quite happy with and thankful for what I experienced yesterday already. Yeah, I only took 4 milligrams. I saw that most people recommend 8, but it's also recommended to start low and just try it out and see how you react. I reacted super well, didn't have any negative side effects. Also, I monitor my sleep on my smartwatch. It seemed like I got a decent amount of REM and also deep sleep. I usually have a problem getting enough deep sleep, but yesterday I got a bit more than usual, and also just as much or even a bit more REM sleep as well, which is what you need for dreams anyways. So that was really super good, positive, absolutely no negatives. I woke up great, woke up energized and didn't have any kind of issues taking that. Tonight I'm gonna try 8 milligrams. I'm also looking forward to that. You again. And to anybody new to this subject, I really highly recommend you dig into it. It's super, super fascinating and crazy what you can achieve in your dreams and all the positive outcomes you can get from them. There's a few videos about lucid dreaming here on YouTube that are really, really well done, that go into detail, and also that are suited for beginners who don't know anything about the subject. So just type in the search bar lucid dreaming or lucid dreams, and you'll find a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna make an update video maybe in a few weeks or a few days, see how it goes. You don't need to buy any galantamine or take anything. You can also achieve this with weeks of perseverance and sticking to those reality checks and keeping a dream journal, and also just manifesting and believing in lucid dreaming and trying to achieve something. Usually most people take like probably 3 or 4 weeks before they experience anything like I did yesterday. And some people are even born with it and have a bunch of lucid dreams as a child and also growing up. And if they continue doing so and keeping a dream journal and just being disciplined, I guess they can actually keep that as a lifelong skill. So yeah, it's a fascinating subject, and to anyone who doesn't know much about it, I really recommend dig into it. It's so cool. It'll really help you one way or another in your life. Come some kind of positive benefit to your life, that's for sure. And you can also get some of do something useful with your dreams and your time spent sleeping, and actually also get a really, really vivid dreams and awesome memories and cool experiences from those as well. So you've got nothing to lose, really. If you want me to make other videos about these kind of subjects or any subject in particular, just tell me. I'm gonna make a bunch more videos about crypto, but also completely different subjects like sports and gym and nutrition, healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, some life hacks, and just some crazy subjects like this one, or some paranormal stuff. We can go in detail in meditation or some kind of advanced meditation techniques and energy manifestation, crazy hologram stuff, anything you want. And I wish you guys all a wonderful day. I think this video is already long enough for as it is. Bye bye, wonderful people. Have a nice day. Fun little side note to lucid dreaming. I've actually got a friend of mine. It's a friend from school. Back when we were in school, he used to tell me about lucid dreaming and how it's like his natural way of dreaming, his standard way of dreaming. So he actually almost knew nothing but lucid dreaming. Almost every single dream he had more or less control of it and could influence the direction it was taking or the actions he was taking. Only very little, he only had very few dreams where he wasn't in control or couldn't take advantage or get something useful out of a dream one way or another. He also had insane dream recall. So like every single day he would remember his dreams, and even if it was like an hour later after waking up, he'd still be able to remember quite a bit. And he never really had a dream journal. Well, he kind of did, but he didn't start off with one. That's what I'm trying to say. And he also didn't know any of these lucid dreaming techniques that some subreddits or forums or videos talk about, you know, known in the community. He actually he was like born with it. So I found that super interesting, and I know there are people like that. And I also know that even if you've never had a single lucid dream in your life and you're maybe 40 years old, it's still possible to get one, and it's still possible to open your mind and experience something new. So I find it a super cool subject. It's really, really inspiring. And yeah, just in a little side note there, really interesting story from back in my school days. It's funny because he used to talk to me about these lucid dreams, not very often. It was just like once or twice where we talked about it. He was like sharing his experiences, and everybody thought it was cool. Well, me and maybe another friend or two who listened to him, who got the chance to listen to his story. But we were so young back then, none of us really tried to achieve it ourselves or try to do anything that had to do with lucid dreaming back then, back in the day. And it's quite funny how 10 or more, well, it's probably more, it's probably like 15 or 20 years later now, I'm actually making a video about this subject. That's how life works, man. Some cows down there. Have a beautiful Sunday, people. Saturday and Sunday. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend, guys.